Got my notebook. Let's get into this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So what many of you guys don't know is I'm actually a college student. I've been commuting for the past 2 years. I know, I don't really look it, but trust me, I'm gonna be a junior this year. And I figured whether you're an incoming freshman, transferring to a new school, or just some of these tips will work for anybody in general. And I just wanted to share some of the things I learned along the way, and hopefully this helps you out a little bit. So without further ado, let's just get on into it. So the first thing is, if you feel like you're missing out on dorm life, you're not. Honestly, the best thing that you could do to make your college experience as good as you want it to be is to make friends. Talk to literally everybody. Join clubs, talk to people in your classes. It's gonna come in handy to have a friend from each class, so that way if you're ever missing out on homework, you don't attend class for some reason, you need help, you'll have somebody to go to. So during that first week, just make sure you talk to everybody, and that's gonna be so challenging, but honestly, it's gonna be so important. And just make sure that you follow up with them, because you don't wanna be that person who's like, yeah, let me get your number, and then you never talk to them, because you're not gonna be making friends that way. So just make sure that you talk to everybody you possibly can. Trust me, nobody knows each other at that point, and the people who do know each other, it's just acquaintances. So unless they were like friends in high school. But other than that, honestly, it's so easy to find somebody that you're gonna be good friends with, so just go for it. Number 2 on the list is traffic. Traffic is, honestly, if you're gonna commute, you're gonna have to deal with traffic. So the best thing that you could do is, 1, make sure your schedule is situated in a way where you avoid the traffic. So normally in the morning, those traffic hours are gonna be from 7 to 9, and in the afternoon, they're gonna be from like 4 to 6. So if you can avoid that, that's great, or just plan accordingly. During that first week, make sure that you keep track of when the traffic value is, so that way you know what days you should leave earlier, whether you should be hanging out at school afterwards and kill some time in the library, or with my next tip, getting homework done during school. One of the best pieces of advice I received is to treat school like a 9-to-5 job. So during those hours, you want to be doing anything school related, so that way on the weekend or after dinner, you're not worrying about what homework you have to do, unless it's like studying for a test or doing like a major essay. But just splitting tasks up throughout the day and throughout the week even, it'll make your life a lot easier, and then you won't have to worry so much. And going along with homework, another good thing if you get it done during school is, when you have trouble, you can go to the teachers or the study groups or whatever resources are available to you, so that way you can get help when you get stuck. Obviously, if you're going to be doing homework at home at like 1 or 2 a.m., you're not going to really have anybody to go to unless you feel like driving back to school that day and hitting up some friends. But since you're not there, the best thing that you could do is to get it done during the day, or during normal day hours when the teachers and other people will be around. And then next up is to keep your health in check. So when you go off to college, yes, your parents aren't here anymore. You can do whatever you want. You choose what food you eat, so you go to the dining hall, you don't go to the dining hall. But keep your health in check, because if you don't eat right, you're not gonna feel good, and it's gonna make you less productive, and just, you're not gonna be at your finest. So for some commuting people, it might be best to have a meal plan, at least for a semester, so that way it gives you another way to meet people. But if you don't, make sure that you meal prep and get an insulated lunchbox and have food containers, bring ice packs, so that way you're not just like packing chips and chowing down on those. Another thing is to take advantage of the free gym membership. A lot of times this is included in your tuition, so get some friends, have some courage of your own, and just go to the gym. Because if it's free and you're technically paying for it, you might as well use it. And a lot of times what happens is, during like first week, first month of each semester is gonna be when the gym is at its peak capacity. So just power through that time, maybe do some workouts in your room or go for runs around wherever you're living, but just power through that time and the capacity will start going down, and you'll have less people to worry about when you go to the gym. So for me, one of the best things that works is to go to a weekly class. The gym at my school actually offers a ton of classes any time of the day during the semesters. So you just find one that you like and you go to it, and you could bring your friends and it's really fun. Next up, if you're commuting, bring an emergency bag. This will be when it gets to be those winter months or just when there's inclement weather, so that way you have a backup plan. Because sometimes what'll happen is it'll be fine throughout the day until like around the time when you'd normally go home, and then all of a sudden it ain't looking too hot. So bring an emergency bag with an extra pair of clothes, chargers, toiletries, all of that stuff. So that way, if you can, try to stay with a friend who has a dorm room, or some people I hear sleep in their car. I don't really recommend that, but try to find a friend who will let you sleep in their dorm room, or a couple, so that way you never feel like you're only using one friend as a dorming place. And last but not least, a good tip is to check your email in the morning. Normally what'll happen is if your teacher decides that they're calling out sick, or there is that weather so the school is closed, they'll email you about it that morning. So that way it's not like you're getting up 5 a.m., you're completely ready, you go off to school, and then guess what? There's no class. So just make sure you check your email either the night before or the morning of, to just make sure that everything is good, you're not going to school for no reason. And that's about all the tips I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any tips of your own, be sure to leave them in the comments below. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!